Hello and welcome to another episode of Vedic Astrology with Renu. As Yoda, the Grand Master of the Jedi Order and beloved mentor of Star Wars, says, "Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter." We all need good mentors, guides, and teachers like Yoda. Those who see our luminosity and lightness, so our spirit can soar. In every good story, the hero has at least one such person. They may be a parent, a grandparent, an elder, a book or a belief system, or a stranger that just shows up in their life. They may be wise sages or divine beings, or misfits and eccentric. But they have one thing in common. They believe in the hero. They acknowledge his specialness and are committed to his success and not to their own glory. Who are the mentors in your story? Are they prominent? Are they wise or foolish, flawed or divine? What about your inner guides, mentors, and higher self? Do you believe in your luminosity? What is the code of honor that guides you? What are your deepest beliefs? Can you access your inner guides? In which area of life are you most in touch with your luminous and limitless self? Is there congruency between what the personality wants and what your inner mentor and higher self wants for you? Finally, what inspires you and what is holding you back from unfolding your highest potential? When astrologers study the placement of Jupiter in your horoscope, they're looking for answers to these questions. In Vedic astrology, Jupiter is called a guru, which means the teacher or mentor who dispels our darkness. In Hindu mythology, Jupiter is a guide and a teacher to both mortals and the gods. Vedic astrologers believe that when Jupiter is with us, the whole universe can be with us, and that is why he is associated with luck, success, synchronicity, and good karma. Jupiter is associated with the eternal and unchangeable cosmic laws, just as Saturn is to the changeable human laws. The self is everywhere, says the Isha Upanishad. The pillar of cosmic law of Dharma states that whatever we see and experience is a manifestation of our oneness. Jupiter in the horoscope can give us a glimpse of this unity, so under his influence even sorrows, obstacles, and separations take on meaning. In the yogic system, Jupiter relates to the Ajna chakra or the third eye. In modern neuroscience, the prefrontal cortex lies in the same general area as the third eye and is part of the higher cognitive mental processing system unique only to the human brain. It plays an inhibiting and calming role over the emotional and reactive limbic part of the brain. It also downregulates the production of stress hormone, cortisol, which helps limit the automatic fight or flight response of our more base instincts. Yogic practices of asana, mantra, meditation, and mindfulness, especially those that bring focus to the third eye, can help strengthen our Jupiter in the chart. One common characteristic of all mentors in myths and stories, and in real life as well, is that they are not like everyone else. Their self-preservation and emotional reactiveness is down-regulated in favor of doing the right thing. As the spirit of our lineage, Jupiter also shows the ethical, spiritual, and religious inclinations we inherited from our ancestors. The merit accumulated by our ancestors for all the good deeds they did is seen through Jupiter's influence in our horoscope. Like bees to a flower, our inner and outer guides and gurus show up in Jupiter's periods. When Jupiter shows up, wider cosmic questions become the theme of our life. What is the purpose of our existence? How can we live a more purpose-driven life? Without Jupiter, there would be no awe of this vast universe of which we are a part. You can always spot a person with a prominent Jupiter. They will philosophize and give meaning to even the most mundane of situations. One thing is for sure, they will seek some type of religion, philosophy, a mentor, a teaching, or a cause greater than themselves to belong to. Our guides and mentors may not always be able to help us, but they'll never hurt us. So even when Jupiter is placed in or rules difficult houses, like 6, 8, and 12, he still offers some support and guidance to ease our path in life. Jupiter is associated with long-distance journeys because his influence can prompt us to set sail on voyages of discovery, to explore distant lands, foreign cultures, in search for broader meaning and purpose. In today's world, this can be achieved without physical travel, by attending universities, lectures, classes, and meeting with counselors. Today, the internet serves as a great long-distance journey, much like this video on YouTube. We must be careful not to confuse Jupiter with information gathering, which is Mercury's domain. Jupiter is interested in awakening our inner knowing, which is already complete. Jupiter is referred to as Bhagya, or Kismet, and fortune, because of the potential for self-growth and expansion. Combining an expansive mind with the pursuit of purpose and inspiration, he becomes a planet of good fortune. Jupiter determines our fate and fortune more than any other planet, because what ultimately manifests in our life is what we believe to be true at our deepest core. In the Hindu mythic tradition, the story that has most captured the imagination, philosophy, and ethos of the Indian culture for thousands of years is the epic Mahabharata, which, like most epics, contains a grand battle of good and evil. Before the battle begins, both the protagonist, Arjuna, and his evil adversary and half-brother, Duryodhana, approach the help of Lord Krishna, the guide and mentor of the story. Both have access to the same mentor, and like any good guru, Krishna does not take sides. He offers both of them the same support. They can either choose him as his guide and counsel during the battle, or choose his vast and advanced army. Arjuna, the virtuous hero of the story, without hesitation chooses Lord Krishna, and his evil brother Duryodhana smirks at his foolish choice and happily walks away with the grand arsenal of Krishna's army. Sadly, the story does not end well for the evil brother, as he ends up losing the battle. While Jupiter is the law of attraction and manifestation, expansion and growth, we need to be careful not to use Jupiter's generosity and choose only objects like Krishna's army that help us expand in the world but keep us poor in spirit. Jupiter's grand schemes and limitless growth possibilities can also make us overreach and expand endlessly in possession and power. His enthusiasm can become unrealistic and get caught up in exaggerations, fantasy, and hyperbole. His idealism can make him impractical and naive. So while Jupiter is filled with cosmic creativity, he still needs the help of other planets like Saturn's perseverance to bring his dreams to fruition on Earth. On a psychological level, Jupiter shows the type of mentorship we received in childhood, and if we learn to believe in the limitless potential of our spirit. Psychologists tell us that we learn to build beliefs faster from harmful experiences than positive ones. Afflictions to Jupiter can lead to beliefs that are harmful and counterproductive to our own as well as society's well-being. We also risk filling our mind with ideas and beliefs and confirmation bias that can make us closed-minded even as we expand our mind. Many religious, political, and spiritual groups exploit the human longing to embrace Jupiter's desire to have faith and belief, and keep people enslaved to the group. A well-disposed Jupiter is always open-minded, pluralistic, and tolerant. It has faith and high ideals, but never gets boxed into just one way of thinking. It understands that there are countless paths to the divine truth. Afflictions to Jupiter can also make our faith uncertain, impatient, and extreme. When what we believe works only a little bit, we are most at risk of fanaticism and imposing our beliefs on others. When we are solid and secure in our beliefs, we have no need to convince others, nor do we have the desire to convert or push our agenda on others. Teachers open the door, you enter by yourself. Good mentors and teachings serve as a guide and not as a crutch. They smooth the way, but they never prevent you from taking your hero's journey. They provide equipment, motivation, and tools and training, but they never tell you exactly what to do. Luke, I can't believe it. Yoda, that is why you fail. Like Yoda, Jupiter's approach is cryptic and mysterious, as cosmic law is intuitive and perceptive and not always rational. Jupiter functions best when it is led by faith and belief, which is the doorway to the hero's success, but also offers the potential for failure due to naivety, gullibility, and getting caught up in pomp and ritual rather than the pursuit of the truth. This is why discerning teachers and teachings who can guide us are critical on our hero's journey. Jupiter is also called the Lord of Light. The Sanskrit word for Vedic astrology is Jyotish, which also means light or to illuminate. Vedic astrology, if approached with reverence and depth, can illuminate our life path and become an incredible mentor, guide, and discerning teacher on our hero's journey. As Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Vedic astrology sheds light on our unconscious, which is making certain events fated to occur. As Yoda said, luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. A well-disposed Jupiter is necessary for faith and belief in the higher cosmic purpose of our existence. Otherwise, this great ancient knowledge system of Vedic astrology can get us caught up in fear and dread of what the future holds, as well as a search for superficial remedies. But if you manage to watch this video to the end, you probably have a pretty good Jupiter guiding and protecting you. May divine Jupiter grant us his grace.